about Terry frowning like that with her because album.
She thinks she's cute.
She thinks she's cute.
That's all I got to say. She crew.
Terry thinks she's cute. Huh?
Thanks, honey.
She came out with a different attitude. I feel like a man to me. I remember we did on video.
That's old school. Life has changed.
Wait, what was that? Mr. T did in Rocky. What was that? Rocky 3. Was it Rocky 3? You cover up my face.
In vogue. Resorts Casino. The brothers in the house. That's Prince. There we go. I don't have a lot to say. Come to see Terry. That's Terry. Cindy. You're wrong. It's Terry.
It's important for the Black youth, especially, to know that we did have a history and that we did great things and that we had great people, and those things were not in the history books when I was in school. And what I'd like to be doing 5 years from now is attempting to rewrite the history books so that they'll know that.
Black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody.
We are in a state of emergency. Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear? Here it goes. Free your mind.
In honor of Women's History Month, we've been talking with female leaders in sports, politics, business, and entertainment. And this morning, we are focusing on every Friday during Women's History Month.
All month long, we've been celebrating Women's History Month by talking with female leaders in sports, politics, business, and entertainment. And
to boldly go where no man has gone before.
This is Palmetto Star, but you can call me Prophet. Prophet Rose. The Prophet of Black Stuff is the author of 3 Steps to End Racism right now.
If the world practiced these 3 steps, what would it look like?
Black empowerment, Black rulership. The ability to define one's own reality is freedom. 3 steps to end racism right now is freedom in real time.
Why is racism trendy?
When hasn't racism been trendy in America? It is built off of racism. Everything about America is racist. We have never experienced the world without the shadow of racism, without the terrorism of racism, without the threat of racist intentions. We have never experienced that.
I ordered this book, God is on Trial. I ordered this book from Amazon, and I must say I've read it. It's very well written, very thought-provoking. And so, sisters and brothers like Alberta Parrish, again, God is on Trial. It is a provocative, thought-provoking, very real and honest point of view regarding the gods of major religions or of Abrahamic religions, and why those of us who follow these belief systems should be asking the same kind of questions instead of just blindly accepting and following.
But let me preface my point with this story of Jeanette Salters, who renamed herself Mama Lena Diop, and her sister, who named herself Nzinga Jana. They inherited some land, acquired the land in Ghana, and was murdered by the locals. Why? Because they were Americans. A few of the natives didn't feel it was right that foreigners had a right to that land. So, we go back to African Negro.
Free your mind. No, you're never gonna get it. Never gonna get it.
Everybody who is black and interested in black people, let us sit down and find out how we can get together in one direction against one enemy and accomplish this job overnight. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told Jimmy here that black people in Harlem just stop saying hello and instead say salam alaikum. He said the whole thing will change. All you got to do is say salam alaikum. Let's say it slow. Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum.
Salon and Wellness Spa is located in the historical area of East Point, Atlanta. This is a center for cultural, family-oriented community commencement, and just couldn't have chosen a better place for the Colored Only Cafe to make its debut. Very proud that brother Palmetto Star has hooked me up with this opportunity, and they've allowed me to be the vending. I right now have the sole vending contract with this wonderful establishment. So excited. All of my Philadelphians, it feels like home. All of my Atlantic, they already know. All of my ATLians, you already know it's home. But definitely, it has a Northeast type of vibe. So please come down and enjoy. We are just here on the weekends right now, and we are Friday and Sundays. But every weekend, you can expect a great time, cultural engagement, awesome meals dripping in melanin. So come on down and enjoy.
Peace, prayer, and knowledge. I'm so Sister J. I'm so Sister D. And I just wanted to say thank you for all the people who helped to the medical fundraiser for my uncle Taalik. And it has meant so much to us that you would help, because without you guys, his life would not be possible, and we would not be with him today right now. And I just want to say, for all of you that helped and that donated, I would really like to give a big thanks, and I hope I can meet you one day and say thank you in person. I love you guys. Okay.
Well, when you have laws and things on paper that say, if you do this, we're going to punish you by incarcerating you, and you break them and you're dumb enough to get caught, then you're just dumb.
All right. Shout out to Reality's Temple in the building. Just for myself, I got to get him on here, man. You talk about somebody polarizing. Whoa. that brother is, I'll leave that alone. Shout out to the brother, though, Jeff.
Come on, then. And that is Brother Taalik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. You know, he's doing good work, and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
I stand for nature. I stand for anything that is right. I'm pro-righteous, not pro-black. I am pro-righteous and not pro-black. So do your thing.
To ring out in perfect harmony, Terry Ellis becomes becomes the first of the divas to offer the world her singular sound. And she does just that on Southern Cat.
Let's be honest. If black folks are going to get reparations, then they're going to need a 4-star general's approach to it. It will have to be approached in an organized, sustained, military-like way. A flamethrower of a man will have to be the keynote speaker concerning reparations. Brother Malcolm would have been the perfect man to go into the United Nations to pressure the power structure to give us reparations. But he's no longer with us, and his brothers who helped stop him haven't picked up the tab. They weren't serious. If reparations is going to be addressed, then a serious individual like this brother named Taalik Ibn'rad should be sent to the UN to speak before the General Assembly. Taalik has the qualifications to be taken serious. He's been consistent in his seriousness. He's a man that's not going to go into the UN and bite his tongue. He's going to express how he really feels. He won't modify his delivery. He won't flip the script, buck, bow, smile, and beguile. He'll let the power structure know how black people really feel and why they need restoration for the mental and spiritual destruction done to all of us. Go get him, wake him up in the middle of the night, and bring him to New York. He'll come in a clean but wrinkled undershirt with a loose-fitting collar. He might come in a robe, maybe in a suit. He might drive a truck to the UN. But you can rest assured, Taalik will be coming as himself. And once the world hears him, the fight for what black folks need will be over. It doesn't matter if Taalik is the opening or the keynote speaker. All you have to do is hear him, and you'll be hooked. What? Meet you at the old Autobahn so we can rally up and organize the people? Haven't you heard that place is always closed? The old ones in the power structure vowed that they would never again give the people that kind of space to assemble. They are scared of Malcolm's ghost now returning to the crime scene. That's why that place is always closed.
Hey.
This is Dusty Basement Studios, and we approve of this message.
No, stay online. I'm just going to let it charge as long as possible. Get ready to start the program. But my phone needs to charge.
Because I keeps it real like that. I keeps it real.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
I'm missing somebody.
Oh, Karen, Sister Karen.
Oh, she can hear. No. Oh, okay, there he is. That's Daniel.
Yeah. I'm like, what the heck happened?
Hold on, Karen. Come get you. Yeah, because I'm like, I thought I had put Brother Daniel. Oh, he done dropped off. Because here he come back.
I'm back again.
He's back. Alrighty then. I guess we ready to get this party started here.
Oh, I hate this.
Okay, let me see. Oh, there we go.
Hello.
What?
Hey.
I think I'm just gonna use up these minutes because this sounds stupid.
You sound all right. You sound all right, Sister Karen.
Okay, can they hear me? Can Sister Noble and Daniel hear me?
Can you come in your chat, your live stream? Can you come on the live stream? All you gotta do is click the link. All you gotta do is click the link that he sent you. You can come on right down in. Click the link that he sent you. Come on right on in. This speakerphone thing is not working.
Live stream.
This speakerphone thing is not working. Go to your StreamYard account. You can come right on in.
Okay, I'll be right in. Okay.
Click the link that he sent you.
There we go. We got our elder in the house.
Hey. Hi. How you doing, Omar?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Fantastic.
How you doing, elder? How you doing, elder? Glad to see you.
It's a pleasure. The pleasure's mine, believe me.
Yes, sir. Glad to see you. Good. That means I don't have to do all this talking. I got so many folks in here, I can be quiet and just sit back in the cut.
Yeah. I just want to say a few things, but I would love to hear the elder talk and Brother Daniel talk and, give their opinions. I just got a few things to say. I just I just want to get it over with. It's like fire. Shut up in my bones. I got to speak it. Just like fire. Y'all know that song. Shut up in your bones.
Right.
Anyway, honey, I just got to get it out. I got to get it out.
Well, we got Karen in the house. Karen.
Hey.
She's in the house. All right. Well.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? Okay.
How you doing?
Good.
Karen?
How you doing today? Hi. How
Good
you
to hear.
doing? Nice to meet you.
I want to thank StreamYard for giving me 5 hours of time. I have to play around with this speakerphone crap. So let's get this party started.
Yeah.
Peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what we call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I'm here with my raggedy self, the mighty one, Angel Snubbing Up 7. I don't care. Y'all know I come up here unshaven, unkempt, all kinds of crazy ways. I started to do the faceless thing. I said, the hell with it. They know how I roll. I'm raggedy. I'm in my house. I'm raggedy. And I need to shave. And still wearing my long underwear because it was cool. I don't know. Who cares? I'm not out here to impress nobody. So, y'all know how I do it. But thank you, everybody. This should be an all-star panel. The Deacon says all-star panel. We got everybody in the house, and I'm so happy to see everyone tonight. And it should be very good. Now, really, this can be general discussion, but we've chosen the topic
black scholarship ain't shizit to what is it? Without liberation. That's how it is. Black scholarship ain't shizit without liberation. Without liberation. Right. Now, I don't know who this Jesus person is. I'm gonna put him on here. I don't know what this Jesus person is because I didn't send. I know who I sent the link to. I don't know who this Jesus person. I don't know where they got the link from. I think we've been hacked. Who is Jesus?
He's an invite of mine.
Oh, okay. Because I thought it might have been the other fella. You know, our other friendly guy. How you doing, Jesus?
Just us, brother. Just us.
All right. Okay, well, good. We got a lot of opinions here. We very strong tonight, so let's get this party started. Again, this is general discussion. Whatever the panel want to talk about, it's all gravy. But our topic is black scholarship ain't shit without liberation. And I'm going to say my little 2 cents because we have a lot of people on here, and I want to get everybody in. So now, for me, and we're going to do ladies first. So that's how we do things here. I'm going to go first just because I brought up the raggedy topics. That's the reason why I'm going to go first. We're going to have Sister Noble, then Sister Karen, and special guest, Brother Daniel, never been here before. And we're going to let, if the elder doesn't mind, his guest go after Brother Daniel, and then our elder. Okay, so now for me, the reason why I come to this conclusion is because of my own experience in incarceration. And before I became incarcerated, I thought that I had the supreme wisdom. I come from the Nation of Islam background. I am taught that I have the supreme knowledge, the supreme wisdom. Not only that, I'm reading outside of the Nation of Islam teachings, all this African history and all this, ancient Egypt type stuff. I know that. I know you think that I don't know it, but I've been there where you are at. I've been there and I've done all those different things. This is supposed to be knowledge. However, once I got locked up and began to express this knowledge that I had, this scholarship that I had, I found out that it didn't do me too much good, because it is knowledge, yes, but it is the inappropriate knowledge for what I needed to get done. It did not serve my purpose of getting me out of my incarceration. I had to turn to law books. I had to learn about psychiatry. I had to learn that type of information. The supreme wisdom did not help me none. Matter of fact, what happened, it made me look more crazy, running around here talking about, and God gonna do this to y'all because y'all evil and doing me wrong and all that. They looking at you, this dude wacky. God ain't gonna help you, bro. The only thing gonna help you, bro, is a judge sign off. All that Allah stuff that you talking and what quoting Dr. King, all that stuff ain't gonna help you, son. And that's why I come to that's why I come to the conclusion that I come with today or tonight. In the scholarship does not help you. So you can have this scholarship if it does not lead you to being free, if it does not help you out of your incarceration or your situation, it means little or nothing. Anything that we do in incarceration, don't you know there are people actually in prison making money, living a pretty decent life in prison behind bars. But they can't really enjoy that because they're behind bars. They can't really do nothing. It's a lot of talented people behind bars. But guess who is the beneficiary of this talent? The beneficiary of these teachings? The one who has you locked up and incarcerated. So if we look at our Black history, so to speak, and we have accomplished as a people, invented many things, and we've done many things. it has not benefited us. So I don't care how successful you are, as long as you locked up, it means nothing. I don't care how many African schools you build, how many businesses you got on the street. As long as you locked up, the real beneficiary is your oppressor. So your success, your scholarship, what you know, everything about you means nothing without your liberation. And you can put in your head, whereas you get comfortable and you believe you're doing better, you're not doing better until you get out of jail. You feel good about yourself because you can express yourself, because you can make a school, you can sell perfume on the corner, whatever it is that you think that you're doing. Nice. But the real beneficiary is the one who runs it all, the one who has you incarcerated. It's called slavery, my friend. Everything a slave done was for the benefit of his or her master. Everything we do, we might get a little trinkle. We're not physical slaves like we was back in the day, but our very existence, everything that we do benefits the slave master in this country. I don't care what you do. The Nation of Islam was worth $80 million. Yahweh bin Yahweh down in Florida, they said was worth about $1 billion or whatever. When it's all said and done, yeah, it sounds good. But the real beneficiary is your oppressor, because he's the foundation. Everything is him. You are in his jail. You can feel like you're doing for self. How are you doing for self when you directly or indirectly, you still depend on your slave master? That's not when you need another person to bring electricity into your house. You're not doing for self when you reach into your pocket for a dollar bill. Your face is not on it. You don't give that dollar bill no value. That's not doing for self. You are still helping and so of some feel good stuff. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't never tell nobody here I'm Mr. Right. I'm Mr. Supreme Wisdom and all like that. But I just don't see it. I don't see how you can be in a man's jail and you talk about and you believe that he's not benefiting from you being here. Those people, when I was locked up, I was making them $600 a day. The only way they stop benefiting from me, my incarceration, is when I get out. Because once I get out, the $600 a day stop. So whatever these people are getting, this nation is getting paid for us being here. And they're going to continue to benefit until we get out, or until we can control some of these resources so some of this can come into our hands. And that's just the reality of it. And I'm going to pass the mic to our sister No.
Thank you, Brother Taalik. First, I want to start by saying I am not here to bash individuals. I'm not here to bash individual persons for their knowledge or their scholarship or any information they bring to their platforms. I'm talking about outside of our platform. I'm not here to bash individual persons for their knowledge or their scholarship or any information they choose to bring to their own platforms. I'm not here to bash you because you have a college degree or a certificate. I was the one who called Brother Taalik the other day when it hit me like a ton of bricks. Okay, that this black scholarship, all this black scholarship, it ain't shit without liberation. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I was arguing with brother a month ago. We were on the phone arguing a month ago. I was telling him some things, and you know, he'll tell you. He'll tell you. I'm gonna let him tell you. I was on the phone arguing with him a month ago, and the other day it hit me like a ton of bricks that all this black scholarship, it ain't shit without liberation. I was the one that called him, and I said, you know what, we need to do a live stream about it. We need to do a live stream about it. And that's why we're here tonight talking about this, because of me. Okay. So I just wanted to clear that up, because, you know, a lot of people think that Brother Taalik, she wasn't like that until she met him. You know, I seen them comments. Oh, she wasn't that way until she met Brother Taalik. Like Brother Taalik controlled my thought process. Like basically they trying to say I'm stupid and can't think for myself. And Brother Taalik influenced my mindset and causes me to say the fucking things that come out of my mouth. Okay. But that's not true. Okay. And all this black scholarship, it doesn't mean anything, because we're not a liberated people. Mm-hmm. And it annoys the hell out of me every time I think about the fact that we're not liberated. My thoughts are my thoughts alone, not Brother Taalik's thoughts, my thoughts. He and I are two different people, okay? And I want to say that even as a Christian, I've always looked at the world as this strange place. I've always seen the world that way. Even when I was a Christian, even when I was in the church, even going all the way back to high school, where I wrote this essay for my English class entitled Racism in America. I could see then that shit wasn't right for black people in this country. When I was in high school, and I grew up in the church. I grew up in Christianity from a child, okay? From a child. So I'm telling you personally tonight that all my education from grade school to college doesn't mean anything to me at this point, because I'm not liberated. We are not a liberated people in this country. Without liberation, what does any of our success mean? What does it mean to have all this knowledge if you don't take the knowledge that you have acquired and apply it to your current condition in order to liberate ourselves from this peckerwood, okay? What I would like for us as a people to do is take all this knowledge and all this, you know, this education that we have acquired in the last 60 years in this country and apply it to our current condition in order to liberate ourselves from the oppressor. And if we're not going to do that, then what good is all this knowledge? What good is having all this knowledge? Like I said before, and I will say it again, knowledge is power only if you apply that knowledge to your current condition, which means applying the knowledge you have acquired in order to liberate yourself from the system of racism and pink supremacy. Here we are in this country, still talking about police brutality, like the Black Panthers in the 1960s. Black people are still being lynched in 2021. I mean, every once in a while, you'll find a black man hanging from a tree in this country. Every blue moon, it'll be in the news. They talking about some man hung himself. You know, they say some black man hung himself. Really? Really? From a tree? Why would he do that? Why would a black man hang himself in 2021 from a tree? Okay. I want people to know, I want you to know that my thoughts I'm about to express came from my mind. These are my thoughts, okay? I'm saying that black success ain't shit without liberation. That's what I said, okay? I said it. What good is all this black success and all this black scholarship and all this knowledge that we have acquired in the last 60 years if you have not used all this knowledge in this black success that you have acquired in order to liberate yourself from the system of racism and pink supremacy? These people are still leeching off us after 500 years. We're taking all of our time, our energy, and our physical labor to enrich these other people. Even with all your success, what does it mean, really, if you could end up behind bars for crimes you did not commit? What does all your education mean if you could end up at the top of the FBI's most wanted list as a potential terrorist or identity extremist like Grandmaster Jay? See, I need everybody to understand. I need everybody to understand where we are in this country. Look around you. Look at your current conditions. Does it look like you're free? Does it look like you're free? Does it really look like you're free? Okay. Nat Turner was a preacher who used the Bible as a major influence in his actions against his slave master. I need our people to understand that if you're going to subscribe to the Bible, you need to use that Bible to influence your mindset in liberating our people. But the problem is the Bible has made our people docile to a great extent. Judeo-Christianity has made our people docile and subservient to the dominant male in this society, which happens to be the white male. The Hebrew Israelites are not taking the Bible and using it to their advantage like Nat Turner when it comes down to going to war with this Peckerwood. Instead, the Hebrew Israelites today are taking the Bible and further enslaving the minds of our people. They're not going to war with this Peckerwood using the Bible like Nat Turner did. And therein lies the problem, which is why we're still not yet liberated from the oppressor. That's also the reason we're still in this country after 500 years working jobs 40 hours a week. Some of y'all are working 60 hours a week, helping to make these other people wealthy while you have nothing. You're working to benefit this Peckerwood and not yourself. Now, if you were working and did not have to give up a significant portion of your income to this Peckerwood in taxes, expenses, rent, and whatever else, that would be different. But they got everybody enslaved. They got everybody enslaved to debt, bills, rent, taxes. Most of y'all been working up to 30 fucking years on these jobs, 40 years, 50 years, some of y'all, and still ain't got shit to show for it. Listen, before I said what I just said, I said all of that. I had already typed all of that out. I had already typed all of that out earlier before Taalik even said anything he said earlier. See, we on the same, wavelength here. Me and Taalik, we on the same We're on the same wavelength, okay? Now, what is all this Black success worth if you're going to just end up dead like George Floyd and Rashard Brooks and Freddie Gray and Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery and Dante Wright? Because these Peckerwoods act like they don't know the difference between their taser and a gun that they look at every fucking day. Every day. So what good is all your education? I'm taking Taalik's word, education, and all your success, all your scholarship, if you're still a slave? If you're still a slave in the system of racism and pink supremacy, you're still working to enrich other people. You ain't got no resources of your own, don't have no resources. How the hell you think you gonna survive in this country another 100 years from today without getting your own resources? Now, all your success, all your rewards, all of your award programs, the Oscars and the Grammys and whatever else, you do to award yourself or reward yourself, how is that going to help our people in the future if you don't have no resources? Because they can just cut your water supply off and cut your electricity and cut the food supply off. I mean, that's all they can really do if they want to get rid of you, when they have no more use for you, which probably will be 100 years from now, they'll probably just, get rid of you. And for y'all talking about, oh, the white man, they gonna die off. If y'all depending on the white man dying off in 100 years from now, y'all more stupid than what I thought. If y'all depending on the Peckerwood to die off, okay, and talking about the sun is gonna kill them, and all that kind of stuff, and therefore black men is gonna rule again because the sun is gonna kill white folks, and they gonna die off anyway because the sun is gonna kill them, and and this and that and the third. Well, I mean, does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? That doesn't make any damn sense, okay? If you're depending on that in order to get liberated, baby, you got another thing coming to you. And I'm done talking.
Moving on to Sister Karen.
Oh. There it is. What the hell? This is acting funny. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm pressing a button. It wouldn't unmute. I'm sorry about that. You know what? I was taking a few notes. And Sister Nova, I thought you was going to say more. You surprised me. Yeah, I thought you was going to say more. But you know what? This is what bothers me about it. These quote scholars, they use their information to place themselves above others. They look down on the people that don't have their knowledge, their scholarship. And you know what? These people don't have any self-esteem. So they use their scholarship, their degrees, etc., to make people feel bad. And they're satisfied living under oppression. They're scary as I don't know what. Their self-esteem is in the basement. And I mean, half of these scholars can barely read or comprehend, but they'll latch on to a particular subject to subjugate the rest of us. You don't know about this, I know about this. You might know how some Africans lived thousands of years ago, but a lot of them can't even spell. It's crazy, but they're an expert on this particular thing. And I mean, again, who cares about that if we're oppressed? Right. I don't live under oppression. And they use their scholarship like they use the cars, their rims, their purses, the jewelry, the fat amount of money they have in their pocket to brag. Meanwhile, we don't have a pot to piss in. We don't have nothing. But that's all I mean, what is the point? I mean, most of them don't know nothing really. They just gravitate toward, oh, I like the way that sound, that fits my narrative, so we're gonna go along with that. You know, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. You know, as I listen to everybody else, I'll probably think of some more things and maybe add on after the brothers they speak. You know, it's just frustrating. It's like we care about the wrong stuff.
Yes.
But you know what? Thanks for letting me speak, and I will lay down the mic.
All right. We're going to move quickly to Brother Daniel. Brother Daniel?
Oh, yes, sir. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Well, my take is this. I know we have different schools of thought. You have some people who are Christians. You have some people who are Muslims. We have people who are practice African traditional religions. We have people who are agnostic, atheists. Even though we have those different philosophies, different understandings, our number one religion should be liberation.
Mm-hmm.
That should be our number one religion. Is liberation. Now, so my understanding is that should be our top priority, and we need to be liberated by any means necessary, whatever it takes. And we need to come up with new ideas. We can't keep continuing doing the things we did in the past.
Yes, sir.
We have to come up to the modern times. We need to be liberated. That should be our top priority. It's like the sister said, we work these jobs, we work to pay bills. Then you got people that got 30-year mortgages. By the time the mortgage is paid, they dead. Okay, we work to pay bills. That's slavery. Okay, we look up the job. Job means just over broke. That's what it means. You're a paycheck away for being homeless and decadent. So we need to come with a new way. We don't, like the sister said, we don't have no resources. We don't run nothing. We don't even control if you look at the talents we have, we don't even control our own inventions.
No.
Our own if you look at the music entertainment industry, we don't control our masters, none of that stuff. Did y'all see the thing about Anita Baker trying to get her masters?
Yes.
So, we are in poor shape. We're in a worse shape than we ever been. And we keep arguing about these religions and all this stuff. We need to worry about liberation. That should be our top priority. We can argue about religion and philosophizing later on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I want to say. I want to listen to what everybody else take, and I'm gonna sit back and listen.
Yes, sir. Yes,
because
sir.
I don't have all the answers, but collectively we can have the answers.
That's right. That's
all I'm gonna say about that.
We're gonna pass the mic to our special guest here, invited by our brother and elder Omar. We're gonna pass the mic to Jesus. Jesus, welcome to the Reality Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. Happy to have you on board, and the mic is yours.
I appreciate it again, brother. It's just us. Just us.
Just us.
Not
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
Definitely appreciate the opportunity to be on the panel, and I want to thank you all guys for even coming out and taking the time out to speak, to put it in the air, because a lot of people need to let it out and speak it out there so we can manifest it. Definitely, I think, the evidence, we just gotta get to a solution. I mean, one that they thought about, which, may not have too much brand, but what if we put, insurance on most of the black men and black people there? Does that help if, the money is building up to the insurance? I don't know. But I don't have much of a solution myself, because everything didn't work. And technically, there's only one way I'm thinking, but I'm not sure yet what's the full solution. So I'm going to just sit back and listen a little more before I make a decision like that.
All right. We appreciate just us. That's I'm pronouncing it correctly, right? Just us.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Just Us, for joining us. Matter of fact, we talked before, or we met each other before on Brother Maurice's platform. I remember.
Yes, sir.
And I remember you was really shooting some questions when Brother Maurice was talking about, that conversation was talking about Brother Farrakhan kissing men in the mouth. Hey, that was a good conversation. I think that was a conversation that Brother Maurice really was ready to let go of that one. I don't think he wanted to really make that a long conversation out of that one. But I just know I don't have no desire to be kissing no man in the mouth, personally.
Hey, we on the same page, brother.
Yes, sir. So, thank you again for joining us, Brother Justice. We're gonna pass the mic to our elder that's gonna bring us a fresh view of everything here, and we depend on our elders for that direction and guidance. Brother been in the so-called game way longer than I have, so I'm pretty sure he ain't been in the game, ain't learned a damn thing. So he got it's pitiful when you're old, ain't learned a damn thing in your life. So I'm very sure this brother got something to share with us tonight. I'm passing the mic on to our brother Omar Shamsid Dean.
Thank you kindly.
You're welcome.
It is deeply an honor and a privilege to share this platform with all of you distinguished people, my brothers and sisters. And I think that this is a very interesting topic, okay, because unfortunately for us, we were turned in this direction of education, scholarship, etc., as a path to our liberation. Unfortunately, for us, it hasn't worked.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't designed to work. It was designed from the very onset to pacify us. Because if we take a look right now today in 2021, I would dare say that the black man and woman in America is the most educated black people on the planet. So obviously, it is not the solution for our liberation. Now, I think that because what the scholarship, the education has done is that it keeps us focused in the past. Because that's what we are studying. We are studying what we did in Timbuktu, what we did back in the motherland, what we've done around the globe. And I mean, and it's all well and good. It sounds good, but the fact of the matter is, it is not doing what we were told that it would do, and that is liberate our people. Now, I mean, it is a fact, that and this is I think is a reality that we as black people have to face here in this country. Okay, and that is we were, I put it that way, in fact, free. We were given freedom, but they gave us freedom without land. They gave us freedom without rights. Freedom without psychology. Because anytime that a people has been in bondage for over 400 years, it just makes common sense to realize that we have mental defects that need to be taken care of. Okay, and And we have never done that. No one has ever dealt with our mental issues, our emotional issues. Dr. Joy, she wrote a book about the post-traumatic slave syndrome. That's never been done with. And it is not something that studying our history will solve. It will never solve that. We have to really sit down as a people and deal with the trauma that we went through. Because there's no sense in talking freedom or liberation to a deranged person.
You're right.
It doesn't even sink in. One would ask the question, hey, how is it that we were freed in the 1800s and we are where we are today in the most worst condition of any people on the planet? With all of the education that we have, we are still on the bottom. That should tell us as a people that something is wrong. And notice, I haven't talked about white people, because white people ain't our problem. White people put us in a position, but they will never get us out of this position. What our problem is, it's very simple. It is not a complicated matter. And what is that? Simply coming together. If all of the people with the scholarships, all of the people with the education, all of the black people that are poor just came together, we would change our situation overnight. Overnight. Our enemies know that is the solution. That's why they worked hard as they could during the days of Dr. King to get us to integrate, to go and fight to make another man accept us in his care. It's okay if we are babies to have someone feed us. It's okay if we are babies to have someone clothe us. It's okay if we are babies to have someone shelter us. But let's just say that we only started back in the 60s and 70s. Even from then, we should have grown beyond the baby mindset. And say, hey, it is time for us to start doing for ourselves. Elijah Muhammad had the proper phrase, do for self. But you can't do for self as a group when you're thinking about doing for self as an individual. And that is what our educated elite brothers and sisters have done. They forgot all about the masses of our people. And their focus is on themselves, not realizing that they're standing on our necks. They are no different than the gentleman that stood on George Floyd's neck in Minnesota. No different, because they're standing on the masses of black people's neck in order to put themselves in a better situation. We thought that by electing them into office, that they would benefit us. They didn't. They haven't benefited black people as a whole. They get that. They go there. They get that little piece of money that they give them to be an elected official, and then the wealthy corporation comes in and buy them out, and they forget all about us. They become co-oppressors on the necks of the masses of people. I have to say to the masses of black people, you need to wake the fuck up too. Because you are electing these assholes in office. And then when you elect them, you don't hold them fucking accountable.
Right.
You elect preachers in your churches, imams in your mosques, your temples, ministers. And you accept that they don't do nothing to help you. To give you a good word. Hey man, the black man, we are this and we are that. Look, man, that ain't nothing but fucking masturbation. Mental masturbation. What is it doing for us as a people? You preachers, ministers, imam, stop pimping black people. Well, that's what you're doing. You're no different than the pimp on the street that's out there telling that his trick, his hoe, his prostitute, that he love him. I love you, baby. Where's the money? You know I love you, right, baby? Where's the money? Bring me the money. Every politician, every minister, every preacher, they're out there and all they're doing is pimping our people, and it has to stop. But listen to me, black people. It's not going to stop until you stop it. You don't need nobody to represent as an intermediary between you and God. Tell that preacher, that minister, to get a job. He wants his family taken care of. Because all he's doing is telling you that Jesus or God or somebody loves you, Muhammad loves you. You can get in front of the mirror and tell yourself that and keep your money and take care of your family.
Right.
Why is it that they can't all come together? They got to have 1,000 churches, 1,000 temples, 1,000 mosques around the country. For what? How many days a week are they open? How many jobs are they creating for their membership? We have to realize that we have some problems. There's another issue I want to see here, and that is this, and I will close yield the mic. Is that right now today in America, there are many black business people who are producing products that we as black people use each and every day. There are companies that produce toilet paper. We all use the bathroom every day. Hopefully, if we're not using the bathroom every day, then we need to go see a doctor because we got a problem. We should be using the bathroom every day. So there are people there are companies, black owned companies that are using that are producing toilet paper. We even have a sister up in upstate New York who went up there and bought a water company. So we have a black person that is able. She has spring water that her company produces. We should not be buying water from nowhere else but her company. Have the preachers set their churches up as distribution places where people can come in and buy that water. We should be buying the talk. I'm talking solutions. I don't want to sit and talk problems all day and night. I'm talking about solutions, things that we can do in order to correct our situation as black people. Another issue, another situation. Oh, we have people that produce soap, toothpaste, all of that. It's just that we are not coming together as a people. That is what's going to liberate us. All of the talk on the planet, all of the scholarship, all of the education, none of it means nothing if we are not liberated, just as the panel have stated before I did. We have got to come together. I have said in the past, and I will repeat it again here. We have 40 million black people in this country, and this thing should go out to every black organization in the country. If we have 40 million blacks, if we gave $1 a week, that's $40 million that we can take to buy land. We can take to invest in this sister's water company. We can take to set up stores so that we can put around the country in black communities. They can buy black products. That's $40 million a week. You don't think we can solve a problem? We don't need anybody else. We just have to come together. Liberation is that close. That close. And we just got to do one thing. Unite. I know it's asking a lot to ask black people to give up white people. I know it's asking a lot to ask black people to give up Hispanics, Asians, etc., etc., etc. It's asking a lot. But I'm going to say to you, as Moses said to the Jews, to the Israelites, you got to exodus. You got to come out of. If you don't come out physically, you got to come out mentally. You have to come out emotionally. And you have to come out monetarily in order to set yourself in heaven overnight. There is no liberation. There is no heaven without money. We have it. $1 a week. That's all we need. $1 a week. And watch what we can do. And let me say this to you. We need to find somebody amongst us that we trust. And we need to take that $1 a week and we need to send it. And let the people know that we trust. We trust them so much. But let them know if that money goes anywhere other than liberating Black people, somebody is going to pay a terrible price. Because that's another problem we got. We get these rascals, and they start stealing. We have to let black people know that they can trust us. We need to put out a call to all of our, God, I hate to even think of the idea of putting a call out to our black leaders. Because God help them. We need to produce somebody, or some system, set up a system, some type of a system where we can really go ahead and take care of the business that we all know we can do. We all know that. I'm not telling you anything new. And I'm not asking you to leave your job. Keep your job. But just give that $1 a week. And with that $1 a week, give us 5 years and you won't even recognize the black community. 5 years. You've given all this other stuff 60 years, 400 years. Give it 5 years and watch where you'll be. I yield.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to thank our elder for his wise words tonight. In fact, I want to thank the whole panel. It's always an honor for me to come before you and those in the chat room and those who are listening, because you could be doing something else other than being here. And I would say to you that being here is the wisest choice that you have ever made. This is the best place to be. I'm not saying that because I think that I'm so smart or we're so smart or whatever, but we want to end this problem once and for all. We want to bring solution to this once and for all. Sounding smart does not solve our problem. And we go to debates and we read all these books and listen to all these DVDs and we sound real smart, and other people that don't read as well, or they think they don't understand as well as we do, and they accept that. So-and-so is so smart. He's so wise, giving their interpretation of something they did not create. They quote from the Bible. They did not create that. They quote from the Quran. They did not create that. They quote Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad and Dr. King, and they take these words and they make it sound fancy, and we just want to feel good about ourselves. And we just get a brother. I see it all. You was just so, that brother just so smart. He got it going on. I wish I had that knowledge. I wish I had that understanding that brother had. Woo! Praise Lord. We just falling all out. I don't care if you're in the mosque or the church and we just falling out. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother Farrakhan. Go ahead, old holy apostle. You know, that's good for them. What does it do for you? And we act like drug addicts. We can't wait till the next DVD come out. We can't wait till the next church meeting, mosque meeting, so we can get our high. We act like drug addicts. And a lot of these brothers, they just sound smart. In the Nation of Islam, there was something we used to call sciencing. What I used to love about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teaching is that Elijah Muhammad wrote very, very simple. I was a little boy and understood what he was trying to say. It's not subject to interpretation. If Elijah Muhammad wrote, the rat ate the cheese, that's what he meant. The rat ate the cheese. But there's something called science. Well, brother, you see, the rat is a symbol of the white man. And then there's a spaceship that comes from a 600 trillion years ago. There was a planet made out of cheese, and they science and make all this stuff up. And other people fascinated. I never thought about it that way. You shouldn't. It's just the rat ate the cheese. You don't need all this other extra frosting on the cake. You don't need all that. And the thing about it is that that becomes acceptable to you, and that's the only thing that you expect. So you go to church and the preacher gives you nothing except a good talk. And the imam and whoever, these ministers and pastors, and that's all you expect, and that's acceptable. And this has been acceptable our whole time here. That's not acceptable in 2021. No more. Why do you think they don't want to come here? Because they accept nothing. You're not going to give us millions and millions of dollars or your time or nothing. We want to produce. If we cannot produce, we find somebody who can produce. Nothing is not acceptable no more. Sciencing and making you feel good, that's not acceptable no more. Liberation or bust. You got to have something tangible. And I say to you that what we call the Mississippi campaign is the right vessel. It's the right vessel for it. Brother Omar was talking about the sister who have a water company. She can keep that water company, but we need to support her because she got the business experience. Now we want to bring that expertise, back her up so that she can build that in Mississippi. Because when you're building the body, I believe one of the first organs that develop in the body is the heart and the brain. And then the rest of the body starts forming from there. You know you're alive when that little beat, you can see the little heart. And then the rest of the body comes after. So the way I'm looking at the Mississippi campaign is Mississippi will be the heart. It'll be the Mecca, it'll be the Medina of our struggle. To make it strong, get your heart strong, get it powerful so it can start pumping the blood. All these other brothers and sisters that got businesses, you help them come and support the heart that will pump the blood back to the rest of the body. Instead, see, what we're trying to do, the sister is over here and this brother got a paper company. That's not going to work. That's not how the body operates. The body is one unit working hand in hand with each functionality. It's not a little bit over here, a little bit over there. It starts in one place. When you're born, you're not a little bit over here, you're a little bit over there. You are in your mother's womb, one specific place, and you branch out. You can't do all this all over that. That's confusion. And I was told that in Islam, I was told that Allah is not the author of confusion. So it has to be a direct type place. The Mississippi campaign does not represent individuality. Now the sister has a water company and so-and-so has a paper company, but their function is not for black people. Their function is to make that sister rich, her family. You making that toilet paper so your family can be rich. We need to have business that was created for the sole purpose of lifting the people, not so my family can be rich. They call Motown a black business. Motown has never been a black business. Motown created and run by a black man, but his sole purpose was to make his family rich, and that's what he done. Bob Johnson of BET, his sole purpose was to make his family rich. Because if that was not their purpose, they would have sold Motown to black people. Black folks had that money. They didn't try to look for black folks to buy Motown. Bob Johnson didn't try to wait for black folks to get the money to buy BET. Gave it to the Peckerwood. Because it's not a black business. He just wanted to make sure my family can live for generations wealthy. See, that's the difference. These businesses are individual, just like Brother Omar was saying. See, these businesses are individual. We can buy their water, but you buying their water so that their individual family can get rich. It's not for the 40 million. The Mississippi campaign represents businesses and activity to support and benefit the 40 million. We're not nobody trying to get rich, trying to uplift the people off the ground. That's why the business exists. The profits that the business make is for the sole purpose to get our homeless off the street, start programs for our sisters that's getting beat up by our men, get them into shelters, to help our people and heal our people. To help our brothers that come out of prison, nobody want to hire them, so we can give them employment and give them a second chance at life. That help our people, not so I can ride around in Rolls Royce. How you doing there, Omar? Yeah, thanks for buying my water, bro. Yeah, that's cool. Black power. We ain't doing that. That's not what it's about. When I was in the Nation of Islam, I was taught we have to be fast moving, fast thinking, right down to the modern times. It did not say fast moving, fast thinking, let's go back to Egypt. Go back to the past, 5,000 years ago, or 666 trillion ago, right down to the modern times. And that's what it's about. The problem that we have here is that we're dealing with a group of people, and that's why I talk so harshly against Pan-Africanism and pro-blackness and all like that, is because I've come to realize these people are not interested in liberation. They use that as a front to shield their dirty religion. They use that to draw you in, but they're not interested. They want you and me to get on their slave plantation. They want to convert you to their religion or whatever other ideology that they have. They're not interested in us being free. They want to be just like the Peckerwood. They want you on a slave plantation. So the only thing we do is go from the white man's plantation to the new Black Panther plantation, the Nation of Islam plantation, the Moore Science Temple plantation. A lot of plantations. You're a slave. Pick one. Which one do you want? I don't want none of them. What do you get when you come here? We're not trying to convert you to nothing here. The only thing we talk about here, how to get out of jail, how to end this problem once and for all. That's all. I'm not telling you, well, you have to believe in such and such. And we're not into belief here. We want to know, because knowledge supersedes belief. Why should I believe in something when I can know? Belief means maybe, maybe not. If you're waiting on a cab, do you want to know a cab is coming, or do you want to believe that a cab is coming? I'd rather know. And here come the cab. But when you believe, the cab might show up, might not. Who's to say? It's about knowing. Knowing. It's about the liberation of your mind. We have to come up out of her. All of this. Our first step was, of course, to come up out of the slave master mind. Unfortunately, we went from one mud puddle to another. Now we caught up into this pro-blackity blackness type stuff, and you're still in the mud puddle. Now you got to get out. If it meant you any good, we would be liberated. We would not be having this conversation right now. It was never designed to liberate you. It was designed to put you on another slave plantation, because that's where you are. If it was meant to liberate you, what's taking so long? Some of these teachings been around 100 years. I think next year, the Nation of Islam, or real close, the Nation of Islam has been around 100 years. Marcus Garvey teaching been around since the late 1920s and 1930s. So as the Moorish Science Temple and a lot of the Hebrew Israelites, they've been around a long time. Yeah. And we still sit here in a worse shape than they was in 1930, 1940, 1960. We are in a worse condition, but yet in the best position. You have more education, you have more money. You really don't have to worry about no peck of wood knocking in your door and lynching you. You don't worry about that. These people want you to be a slave. And that's why we talk about unity. It's easy to unite. They don't want to. They're not interested. They want to exploit all this blackity black stuff. They want to exploit us just like the cracker. They just want to use you. They want to use you just like the Arab, just like the Chinese guy in the neighborhood. They just want their piece of the pie. They don't give a damn about us. Because if they gave a damn about us, we will be liberated. We will be united. The leadership will go to a hotel and they won't come out till we come up with a plan and we're united. One direction, one goal, one vision, one plan. Let's do it, win or lose. But you don't see that because they're happy on their individual slave plantations. That's the problem. They don't want to see. Because if we are liberated, what are they going to do? What are their teachers going to do? The black man is God and selling their books and DVDs. If the people become liberated, they're not going to be interested in that. They're going to be enjoying their liberation. I'm liberated. What I need to listen to all that the black man in Gaza. I'm living a heavenly life now. I'm doing for myself. I'm making moves. I don't have time to be listening to you talk about what happened in Kemet 5,000 years ago. I'm enjoying my life. I don't have to, I'm working, but I'm doing the labor, and I can see that my community and our people are benefiting from that labor. So I don't mind working. And the way we set it up, you're not working to death. You're going to enjoy your life. You're not going to sit around 40 hours, 50, 60, 70 hours working on no damn job. You're going to be able, we set up a system where you can enjoy being with your family, enjoy your life. That's the reason why some of these marriages fall apart, because a spouse is on a job longer than he is with the person that they married to. And they fall in love with a coworker. That's what happens. Because they did not spend enough time with the person that they fell in love with. All this working yourself to death. Can't be with your children. You don't even know what your children, you don't know what your children's favorite candy is. You don't know what they want to do in life. Because the only thing you do, run home, watch a little TV, drink a beer, go to sleep, gotta go back to work. And by the time the weekend comes, you don't really have no time. You want to rest a little bit. You really don't want to do nothing. But you got these children and they ready to go. You're like, God, damn, I don't work 80 hours this week. God, damn. We want to eliminate these things because these are stressors. And see, you got to get people a new mindset. We don't need to live high on the hog. The only thing you need, see, material things, we need to show our people that it's not about material things. It's about life. It's about life. You know, these cars and houses, that don't mean nothing. There's nothing more important than your wife and your children and even your dog Scruffy. That's what's more important. Not
real happiness.
Huh?
Yeah, real happiness.
Real happiness. Enjoy your grandparents before they leave this earth. You know, our elders before they leave. But you can't do that because you're working all the damn time. Next thing you know, your grandmama is dead. You're on the job working to death. Then you get the call. Hey, yeah, what's up? Grandma died. Damn. I was just going to see her. Well, you could have if you weren't working to death. See what I'm saying? So we want to change all this. Mississippi Campaign is about changing our lifestyle, our way of thinking, how we live. I don't want to live like them. Don't want to do like them. We don't need Jordan shoes. We don't need all this fancy, dancy stuff. We want you to understand life. We don't want our people in prison, in jails. We want to get them out. You go there, you do something wrong, put you in jail, but it's really about rehab and helping you. Because we got a lot of farmland, we got a lot of work to do. Put you to work and let you see what your hands can do, what your mind can do. Give you an opportunity that you wouldn't get in the regular world because they don't mean nothing to you. We're doing this because we love you. Don't let yourself down. Everything has got to change. But we have a lot of folks here on a slave plantation. We're not running no slave plantation here. But apparently, there are those who are comfortable with nothing. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, why do you love the white man? Because he gives you nothing. Why you love Farrakhan? Because he don't give you nothing. Why you love Tariq Nasheed? Don't give you nothing. Donate to my Cash App and my PayPal. And then next thing you know, you see Tariq Nasheed, he done took his biracial wife and children on a beach in Brazil some damn where, on your dime. That's what they do. You don't get nothing. And that's acceptable. That's not acceptable here. It's not acceptable that I take all the time. That's why I'm passing the mic over to our Sister Noble, and we're going to go around, go back around here.
I mean, I was listening to everything you were saying. I was listening to everything you were saying, and as you was talking, I got sad. I don't know whether y'all noticed the look on my face, but I just got sad. I got sad. I got a little sad because I could not picture a future with Black people as a group liberated in this country. I could not picture it. I could not picture us being liberated as a group in this country, especially if we keep doing the same things that we've been doing in another 100 years from today.
Yes.
And, you know, I would like to piggyback off what Elder Omar said about these oppression pimps.
Mm-hmm.
I want to add that these oppression pimps are not only the preachers and the imams and Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson and Kamala Harris and whoever else, but also people like Attorney Benjamin Crump.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, I know Attorney Benjamin Crump. I would also like to add that another oppression pimp, my former employer, L. Chris Stewart, has been spotted with Benjamin Crump. And every time there's a police shooting of any kind, here go them two together. Couple of oppression pimps, you know, basically getting rich off of the sufferings and the oppression of Black people in this country. And I got to talk about it. I got to talk about it because I can see it. I can see it with my own eyes. I know what that man, I know what he's all about, Chris Stewart. I can see what Benjamin Crump is all about. Okay, and y'all think these people care about Black people, but they really don't. I can tell you now, they really don't. They don't care about y'all like that. They just, you know, they just happen to be attorneys, you know, taking advantage of the situation, you know? While them people up in the Senate continue to not pass legislation when it comes to anti-lynching, while them people continue to not pass legislation because Kamala Harris and Cory Booker, Kamala Harris, while she was still a senator, her and Cory Booker tried to get anti-lynching legislation passed. And those Republicans shot down that bill. They would not pass that legislation for anti-lynching in this country. Now, these oppression pimps right here, they don't care about Black people like y'all think they do. They care about notoriety. And of course, it's about the money too. You know, it's about the money. But they care more about notoriety than anything. Okay, notoriety. You know, damn. I mean, let some other attorneys get some work. Y'all, I mean, they're taking up all the cases, all the police shootings. Here they come. Okay, now L. Chris Stewart is also representing 2 college students here in Atlanta. Okay, he, you know, along with Benjamin Crump, also represents the family of George Floyd. Okay, and I guess they was able to get the family of George Floyd that money. You know, well, they was able to get the family. Okay, all that money, the George Floyd family. Now, I saw L. Chris Stewart a month ago in a news press conference to announce that the Atlanta DA's office decided to not prosecute the officers involved in tasering the 2 college students in Atlanta during the George Floyd protest. L. Chris Stewart is also representing the family of Rayshard Brooks. Both him and Benjamin Crump, they oppression pimps. They don't care nothing about your community. They don't care nothing about Black people out here getting shot and killed. And, you know, it's like I said, it's all about notoriety with them. It's all about notoriety. And you know, also let me go to Black Lives Matter now. I gotta mention them. Black Lives Matter. I heard that the leader of Black Lives Matter has bought 4 new luxury homes. 4 new luxury homes with all that donation money that the organization received due to the George Floyd protests, due to the George Floyd murder and protests. Black Lives Matter has not been able to get these legislators to pass laws stopping these lynchings from taking place across the country. First of all, they have no power. Black Lives Matter don't have any power at all. And also, you know, they wrote a letter to Joe Biden in November 2020 demanding Black liberation. If they thought Moneybag Joe was going to liberate Black people, then they are very gullible if they thought that Moneybag Joe cared anything enough about Black people to liberate Black people in this country. Are you talking about this ex-KKK member, Joe, ex-KKK member? See, that's the kind of stuff they ain't gonna tell you, that the media ain't gonna tell you. His ass was involved in the KKK back in the day. I'm talking about back in the day. Because I remember him during a press conference shortly before leaving to take the oath of office as president. I remember him talking about he came home from college and his town was burned down due to all the protests taking place after MLK was murdered. I remember that. And I said, oh, no wonder he passed all those crime bills back in the 1990s. I see why. Y'all remember the 1994 crime bill? Oh yeah, Joe Biden. That's all Joe Biden, and not only him, but other senators as well, other lawmakers as well. So it wasn't just Joe Biden, it was some other folks involved. But see, Joe Biden, y'all, Joe Biden don't care about y'all. Joe Biden don't care about black folk. They're like, no. He's an old guard. He's an old guard when it comes to the system of pink supremacy and racism. Ain't did a damn thing to help black people in this country for over 40 years while he was in office. And y'all think that because he became the president that somehow he has changed his mentality toward black people? And last but not least, I wanna also say this. I think they're gonna probably let Derek Chauvin walk. But I could be wrong. They might convict him. I could be wrong. I'm not always right about stuff. But you know what? I'm hoping they let him walk. I'm hoping they let him walk. And you know why? Because I need black people to wake the hell up. That's what I need. I need black people to wake the hell up. Black Lives Matter is also a black ops organization. Okay? Marinate on what I just said. I'm going to pass the mic.
All righty then. Passing the mic to Brother Daniel. Sister Karen.
Hey, well, you know what? I just wanted to tell everybody to like the video, subscribe, and share it. I'm gonna pass the video to Daniel. The mic. Back to Daniel. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Like y'all mentioned about these, I call them poverty pimps, race hustlers. See, this is nothing new to me because I remember we went through this with the Tawana. Remember Angel Snow Snubbers with the Tawana Brawley situation. Then it comes to find out it was a hoax.
Embarrassing.
And it was embarrassing. So we got a lot of these poverty pimps. You know what I'm saying? They hide behind the term of they pretend like they want to liberate, but really they try to liberate their own pockets.
Absolutely.
And we have to fight against that, and we need to expose them. They need to be exposed because they're a hindrance to our liberation. They're in the way of our liberation. Okay, Farrakhan included. I don't mean to bust on nobody's grain or hurt people's feelings. Farrakhan is a poverty pimp too. You know what I mean? He's been around for years. You know what I'm saying? 40 years. Yeah, 40 years. What has he produced? He had the Million Man March. What came out of that? We're still in a worse position than we ever been.
Yes.
And I'm not just banging on Farrakhan. I mean all them poverty pimps.
Right.
Jesse Jackson, Sharpton, all of them. They've been pimping us, and we need to stop following these people because they leading us to nowhere.
Absolutely.
And that's all I'm gonna have to say about. Oh, I'm about to say another thing. We need to get behind Operation Mississippi because Operation Mississippi will put us in a position where we control our own resources. We control the governance of that state. Majority of the black people lives in Mississippi. We need to support Operation Mississippi. We need to get back in agriculture. We were once agricultural people. Okay, that's where you could, if you were into agriculture, that's where you could produce your own clothes. You could feed and clothe yourself, and put a roof over your head. So this is the best direction I see so far. We tried all these other directions.
Yes,
we
sir.
tried the Nation of Islam. It had some good points, but that ended up falling short. We tried a lot of things. So we need to get down with the modern times. We need new ideas. We can't work on old ideas no more. That's not going to work. And I'm gonna finish what I'm about. I'm gonna finish what I'm about to say, and then sit back and listen. You can pass it on to the next person.
We're gonna pass it on to our brother Omar.
You know, I thank you very much. I look at we really have a bad situation. But I'll say this. For the sake of unity, for the sake of liberation, I can work with any of these individuals, because not for those individuals' sake, but for the sake of the innocent people who blindly follow them. You know, because somebody has to have the moral ability, the mental ability to say, for the sake of liberation, I'm willing to work with you. Keep my eye on you. Will make sure that you don't get your hand in the pocketbook. But for the sake of liberation and for the sake of the people that follow you, I'll work with you. I will call a truce momentarily, so that we, because the bottom line is, we will never be able to unite the people who follow these people, being in opposition to them. You know, and so we're put in a situation where we're going to have to be able to work with everyone in order to bring about the liberation that Black people have. It has to be. I remember one time the reporters was up at Muhammad Ali's camp, and they said to him, "Champ, why do you have all of these people hanging around here? You know they don't mean you no good. They're just up here for what they can get from you." Ali looked at the reporter and he said this to him. He said, "When you know a snake is a snake, you can work with him. You know not to ever give that snake an opportunity to bite you, because he will bite you. It's his nature." And I'm saying the same thing. I understand I'm not by any means ignorant to the fact of our people, of these people who are supposedly leaders. But I know that they're snakes. And I'm able to work with them because I will never put them in a position to touch the money. But we have to save the people that follow them also. The reason I say that is that I myself was a member of the Nation of Islam. You know, I've been there and I've done that. I myself cheered on the civil rights movement, as did most black people in this country. However, I was fortunate enough to rise above it. It took time. And I'm positively sure it is going to take time for those people who blindly follow these corrupt people. That's why it is important for us to establish some type of nation status, because within the nation of the United States of America, all of these clowns operate. But we are able to get the best out of them, even in their folly. So I humbly suggest that there be a truce so that we all can come together. Because trust me, the way that we are now with everybody, we're not coming together that way. Not gonna happen, not in 1,000 years. Because the bottom line is, they have the ears and the heart of the masses of people. And we've got to be able to get to that. I yield.
Yes, sir. I will piggyback off what our elder just said. And this has been my experience. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We're going on to the 2-hour mark, and that's enough. If we want to do this subject again some more, we can do that. In 2009, I got in my raggedy car, and Sister Nova has seen my car, my 1984 Chrysler LeBaron. She's seen it. And that has been my car for a long, long time. That was a car that my mother gave me out of when I first got out the incarceration. And that 1984 car took me to Atlanta. I don't know how many times. I've been to Toledo, Ohio. I've been to Chicago. I've been to Kansas City. That old car been doing some rolling. In 2009, I believe, I knew a lot of these different persons on YouTube, and we did not have live stream in 2009 and all that. I took my personal money, took my car, and I actually went to visit many of these persons in person to talk with them. Now, it just so happened that Sarah Sudanseti was in my city, so I didn't have to go to Detroit, and I went to his meeting and met him in person. And I love Brother Omar's enthusiasm, his confidence in us. But I'm a realist, and I understand that all stories don't have a happy ending. We want it to be happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, happy, happy, happy. If these people are dumb enough to follow these people over the edge of a cliff, so be it. And why would I want to work with somebody idiot like that? You that damn stupid that you're going to listen to these people and they jump off a cliff and your happy ass willing to jump off with them. How are you going to unite with somebody stupid like that? You can't unite with nobody like that. I don't want to unite with nobody stupid like that. It would rather, for me personally, it's better for us to be dead and go extinct. If you that damn stupid. That's the way I look at it. I'm not interested in dealing with dumbass people like that. You such a blind follower and you a damn herd animal. Because these people aren't interested. Farrakhan, these people, they're not interested in no unity. I got in my car, spending my time, my money. And what did Sarah City tell me? I said, brother, and the video is out there. I said, brother, are you interested in black unity? If black unity interested in the black power cartel, that's what he told me. It's about him, what he's doing. And that's the answer I got from all those people that I was visiting. They're not interested in no unity. It's about them. What you gonna do for me? What I'm gonna get out of it? So when if you're dealing with a group of people like that, or the leadership is like that, and you got dumbass followers that's willing to follow them over the cliff, bye-bye, I will help push you. Bye. It's better to go extinct. You're not going to have no good future riding with people with that kind of mentality. Because they're slaves. That's a slave mentality. That's a cult. That's a cult mentality. Why would you want to unite with people with a cult mentality? They can't think for themselves. They need Sarah Seti. They need Jesse Jackson. They need a slave master to follow. They're not going to go nowhere anyway. You're not going to have no future with them. They herd animals. It's nice to believe or want unity. It's not that hard. They don't want it. They don't want it. They want a slave master. They don't want the white man no more, but they need a slave master. Somebody to follow, somebody to worship, somebody to glorify. They just got on my case. I was on a video where many of these people are taking Malcolm X and putting Malcolm X in this Christ type, making him a Christ-like figure. Malcolm X's life stopped in 1965. He can't take you no further. His wisdom, his understanding is 1965. That's where Malcolm stopped. They put him on this pedestal or whatever. Christ-like. We have a slave mentality. To liberate means to set you free. Freedom. These people, minds is like that of a slave. They're not interested. A slave is not interested in freedom. Very few slaves want to run away from the plantation. The majority accepted their life as being a slave and looking to the slave master. So what we're talking here is foreign to them. Where's the brother that you invited? I guess he dropped off. I don't know where he went. I'm very sure he probably might have got upset, you know, how we roll here, because even his name, he says it's Jesus or whatever. That's Jesus for us. I can see it's Jesus. That's Jesus. And when I heard him talk, he sounded like he's, it's about Jesus. I don't know exactly where he's coming from. But they have this mindset. They got to follow. They have to worship. You can't, how you going to liberate yourself and you continue to have a slave mentality? What sense do that make? That don't work for me. I'm not interested in dealing with people like that. If they that damn stupid, let them die. They deserve death. Like Minister Farrakhan say all the time, since you ain't no good on top of the ground, maybe you do better under the ground. I have no desire to keep begging these people. I've been trying to talk and work with these people since I've been on YouTube. They're not interested. They don't even want me to talk on their platform about the Mississippi campaign. Not even talk about it. Because the Mississippi campaign is a realistic activity to liberate and free us. We are not offering no excuses for failure. You must produce. We got to get out of this once and for all. I'm not talking about no 200 years from now, 20 years from now. It's about now. This has to stop now. We're not talking about getting money and driving fancy cars, and we're not talking about we gods and goddesses and all this kind of stuff. That's not necessary. Because you will see by my work what I am. I don't have to tell you I'm a god or a goddess. You'll get the picture because that's what I will become. So I don't have to tell you. A lion don't have to tell you he a lion. You'll get the picture. You mess with him, you'll find out he's a lion. You don't have to, he don't have to tell you, well, you know I'm a lion, I got these teeth. And no, you will find out that he's a lion. You don't have to go through all that. I just can't do it. Now that's just me. That's the way I feel. I've been trying to work with these people. And if YouTube did not destroy my videos, you will see. I had a video. I made a video talking about I'm not too proud to beg when it comes to unity. I'll get on my knees. I'll buck shuffle and jive. Unite. Let's unite. They're not interested. Do you know how embarrassing that is? I'm a buck shuffle and jive. You know, I'm not proud to beg for your unity. Who the hell are you? Why do I have to go to those lengths? I got a buck shuffle and can we get together? You know, we sure need to unite. And, you know, can I dance for you? Can I tap dance for you? Can I scratch where I don't itch for you? No. It's time for you to die. You don't do this, you die. You don't do the Mississippi campaign, you die. It's simple as that. I'm not begging these niggas for their brotherhood. I should have to, if they ain't my brothers, why I gotta beg you to unite with you? If you my family, you're not my family. These are potential, they want to be your slave owners. That's what they are. They're not your brother. They're not your sisters. They want to be just like the oppressor, the slave master. They're no different. And when you listen to them talk, they sound just like the Peckerwood do. They're nothing but chocolate-covered racists. Racist wannabes. If they had power, they could be racist, but they don't have no power, and they're never gonna get any. So they can't be racist because they have no kind of power. But if they did, they wouldn't do you no better than the Peckerwood. They'll probably kill you faster than the Peckerwood would. And I feel sorry for the sisters, because Sister Noah done been making videos about these Negroes. They can't wait to get some power. Not to beat up on the white man so they can beat up on the black woman. Kill the black woman, rape the children. And unite with them. And these other Negroes ain't no different than Nature Boy. They just more kinder. They have the same mentality for the sisters. Same stuff. I can't get with that. Beg them. I gotta beg you to be my brother. Beg you to be my sister. For what? Who the hell are you? That's because they don't want liberation. They like it just the way it is. If we became liberated, they don't have nothing else to do. Nobody gonna be buying their DVDs. Nobody gonna be looking at them like they the supreme wisdoms and knowledge. Nobody. All that's over with. That's done. So in order for them to maintain their slave plantation, they really have to keep the real knowledge like the slave master did. Got to keep the real knowledge from the masses. Keep you from reading and writing like the slave master did on plantation. That's what they do. Don't listen to that angel snuffing up stuff. No, I don't want you on my platform. You mess with my slaves. it's the same thing. And I hope, Brother Omar, you don't take offense, because I'm not saying that in reference to what you're saying. I understand that you're a loving and kind person. I can't do that no more. I can't wait on them. I'm not begging them for their love. The hell with your love. Their love has strings attached. Or if you want to be my brother, I can't talk about Pan-Africanism no more. Don't talk about my Jesus no more. I got the baby. I got to watch what I say. Be careful. I got to tiptoe through the tulips. Because I don't want to hurt nobody's feeling, because that's my brother. He's a Muslim. I can't talk against the Quran. That's my brother. I can't talk against Jesus Christ. So you're going to make me fake like you. In order to be your brother, I got to be fake. So what kind of brother and sisterhood are we building when we have to be fake with each other? I should be able to say and move and talk any kind of way that I want to. Your happy ass should be able to just say, well, that's Brother Angel Snubner. You know how he feel about Islam. You know how he feel about Jesus. And go on about your business. Let's take care of business. But they so selfish. It's all about them. I don't want to unite with nobody like that. The hell with them. I'm doing fine just where I'm at. If they embrace the concept, that's cool. If they don't embrace the concept, that's cool with me. You're going to get what's coming to you, which is extinction or another round on the slave plantation. You are going to become a permanent underclass. Your children, that's what you have doing your children for. Trying to continue to live in the past. Malcolm is not here anymore. Marcus Garvey is not here anymore. And all that was done for that time. This is a different time. We have to be fast moving, quick thinking, right down to the modern times. Can't go back into the past. And that's what I have to say on that. Brother Omar, I want to reflect on that, and he can take us out of here. If anybody else want to say something real quick, we at the two-hour mark. But that's just how I feel about it. If one person is listening on the live stream, I'm happy. I don't need thousands and thousands of people. Because at least I got one person listening to the live stream that's real. All these other suckers is fake. I'd rather have 10 real people than 1,000 fake ass folks around me. Brother Omar, you want to respond, or are we cool? We can go on out here, because I know I'm not talking about you in general. I'm not talking about you personally. That's what I've been hearing for a long, long time. And these people, I've been trying to work with them. Like I told you, since 2009, I reach out to them all the time. All the time. I just sent emails to all these people all the time. They're not interested. I just sent a letter to the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi. I sent email to that new little young brother, King Randall. No response. No response from the brother that wrote the book, Charles Blow. I've been trying to communicate with these people for years. They're not interested. They are only thinking about themselves and what's good for their plantation. And that's just the reality of what we're dealing with. They're not interested. I passed the mic.
Thank you very much. Trust me, I'm not offended at all. It's just that I think that we just may have different approaches, and I'm good with that. I just believe that if I came to you or any human being. And I walked up to that human being, and I took my finger and pointed that finger at your eye. Nature makes you flinch and keep me from poking you in the eye, you know. And I truly believe that, you know, I look at men like Elijah Muhammad, who labored for over 40 years. You know, this thing is not going to be done overnight, you know, and we have to have the patience to be able to penetrate the veil that is over people's eyes, you know, and that's difficult to do. I understand, you know, I understand, you know, if a person look at me and they say derogatory things about me, you know, it's hard. It is hard to not to retaliate, you know, because but I've been fortunate enough in my few days on this planet to see it all, you know, and I just know, I trust that things will get better eventually. You know, I don't know, you know, if it will happen within my lifetime, you know, but I've sat back and I've observed many people attempt to crack the code of liberation of the Black man and woman in this country. And I know that we will never get there if we depend on our individual outlook. You know, I know I don't look to any man to see life as I see it. These are my eyes, you know, and but I'm willing and I'm able to see things from your point of view, from the next man's point of view, etc., 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 because my aim is liberation for the total people. And I realize and I understand that I don't got it all. You know, we all, if we come together, there's got to be at least one thing that we can come together on. And I believe that one thing is liberation. And that may mean me putting up with your shit, or you putting up with my shit, and I'm okay with that, you know, because it ain't about your and my shit. This is about 40 million people, and we have and we have to find a way in order to be able to penetrate our own shields in order to be able to help our people as a whole. You know, one of the things that I had, I was sitting and I was listening to the sister with the water company. You know, Brother Taalik, you're absolutely correct. Mr. Johnson, Mr. Gordy, you know, P. Diddy, all of these gentlemen, they did sell their interest in what they created to white people. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. But one of the things that I respect about the sister with the water company is that the big boys have come to her because she has the rights to some of the best water in this country. And these and Pepsi and all of those big guys, they've come to her and they're offering her all kinds of money trying to get that company from her. You know, and she has wisely said, this is something that I'm doing for Black people, and I'm not giving it up. Hopefully, she and others that come after her can see the wisdom in holding on to the Black company that they have, because she's gonna get wealthy anyway, whether she hold on to it or let it go. But my suggestion is that if we could find a way that we as a people can come together, irregardless of our differences, and look, dislike this person, dislike that person, dislike this one, and dislike that one, I don't care. But if we could come together and just give that dollar, then we'll put ourselves in a position as a people to be able to buy that company from them. You know, we'll be able to buy the company as opposed to the white man buying it. Or rather than buying the company, go into partnership, you know, with the sister and see how is it that we can make this thing work for us as a people. And the same thing with the other Black entrepreneurs who have their businesses. You know, I don't think that that there's been a Black person who has went to any of these people and said, look, here's the money, I'll buy your company. But if we work out a situation whereas we're creating $40 million every week, we'll be able to get those companies. But if we never come together because of our own individual viewpoint, then we'll never be in that position to help our people as a whole. And I'm more interested in helping our people as a whole as opposed to individuals. You know, I could care less on how individuals feel. I would say if what Omar Shamsuddin is talking about is something that is going to hold back the liberation of our people, forget what that nigga is saying. You know, because this is bigger than me. It's bigger than you, Brother Taalik. It's bigger than Jesse. It's bigger than Al. It's bigger than Jay-Z. It's bigger than Oprah. It's bigger than all of us. Because we're talking about the liberation of 40 million people. So trust me, you don't offend me because you have a right to believe and see life as you see it. I respect that to the utmost. That's why I'm on your platform. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here.
Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna.
I release the mic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And thank you for having me, sir.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. Matter of fact, like I told you, if you have a topic or something, you know, you want to do the solo gig, you're always welcome to come here and then do the solo gig. And you know, I'm always open. I'm not like a lot of these other folks. You know, I don't have no problem with that.
Yeah, we'll work something out. God.
Yes, sir. Do anybody else have a closing remark?
I have a question.
Okay.
Brother Omar, you know the name of that sister that has the water company? What's the name of the company? Anybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah, I was speaking. I had my mic off. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have the sister's name and name of her company, and I would definitely get that to you. Anyone that is interested.
Yes, sir. Because it was somebody in the. It was. Okay.
What I would do, I'll make sure that brother Taalik get it so he can make it presentable to his audience.
Okay.
Okay, I got one closing remark. Don't get it twisted. I'm for unity for anybody Yeah, I'm willing to tolerate different people's stuff too, just to get it liberated. But at the same time, don't try to make me follow your man. You know what I mean? You have to give a man been in power for years and have done nothing. That's not going to happen. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay, though. Sister Karen, Sister Noble.
No, thank you. I rest.
Okay.
Who is the man? Who is the man? I'm sorry. I don't know.
What I mean by the man, like people, different cult leaders. That's people like, you know, people that follow different cult personalities.
I got you.
That's what I mean. They've been in power for years. They've been taking money for years, and nothing ain't nothing. We still in a worse condition than we ever been. Never been liberated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I concur.
I do too. Okay, so on that note, yeah. Was that it? Okay. So on that note, brother and sister, I had a good time. We had a good time, and I want to thank the brother Omar's guest for coming by for a few minutes to spend a little time with us. And thank you for those in the chat rooms. Of course, the Deacons of Reality in the house. So Sister Ann is in the house, and D-Fam is in the house. And those who are listening and those who will be listening later on, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let me do a screen share real quick. Support our sister's book, God's on Trial, How Religion Keeps Humanity Under Mind Control and Fear. If you haven't got the book, check it out. Get it for a gift. Also, if you want to donate to the ministry, you can do it that way. Also, you can subscribe to Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. Take your time and just explore the videos. Try to understand. There are those who just, their minds just not open to new strategies and new ideas. They can't relate. And then because I mean the video's not going nowhere. Take your time. And I don't like that. Yeah, but you never tried it. How do you know you don't like it? You never really took the time to really try to understand something. So how can you not like it? But I mean, folks just have biases and prejudice simply because they want you to be, you know, wherever they are at, and they've been doing that for years, and it's just not working. I'm sorry. And it's wrong. And then, of course, supports Sister Noble's channel, YouTube channel. There you go. And last but not least, I wrote it here somewhere. Every Wednesday, and we're going to have a part 2 of our discussion from Wednesday, from yesterday, Late Night with Soul Sister Karen. And maybe we might not have to do parental discretion is advised. Maybe we can slide. Maybe we can do it without parental discretion as advised, because you got a little rough there. I had no choice. I said, I'm gonna have to put this on. You know, I don't want no YouTube to be coming to, because if somebody snitch, YouTube will do it anyway. They'll just, next thing you know, you go to the video, you know, parental discretion is advised, or they'll just take the video down. That's how YouTube operates. And
sure, I can do a PG version.
Yeah, we do too much work for our material just to be taken down, you know, like that. You know, it's too much work, you know, 3 hours worth of work, you know, and here they come, boom, you know, and I don't, you know, give people a chance to watch and hear. And in fact, Soul Sister Karen, her late nights has been doing very, very well, I must say. So we're going to continue to do that, keep bringing the heat, especially when you and Sister Nova. I think y'all make a real good tag team there. Y'all be going in.
Yeah, we have fun.
Yeah, you be having fun. You be going in. And so
yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yeah, you know, it's very enjoyable, entertaining. But on that note, thank you everybody again for listening. Thank you, Sister Noble, Brother Omar, Brother Daniel, Sister Karen. Thank you for joining me tonight. And until we meet again, as Dr. Lilies always says, important, I wish us love, peace, and so y'all have a nice night. We out.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Thanks for.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, brothers. Nice meeting you.